Hey, welcome everyone to Wizards Outlook. We're joined by Raymond Lyons, Cardell Dudley Jr., Wilson Tarpe Jr. This is a tough one. Washington starts their 4-game road trip. They started very fast on the road. Pretty good first half. By their standards, they didn't get no 30-point quarters in the first half. They held the Suns to 21 points in the first quarter, 25 in the second quarter. And then, they went to the break. Came out of the break, and Cardell, I'll let you start. But the Wizards were up 16, and yeah, y'all got it.
Bad teams will do bad things, man. The fourth quarter, that's clearly where they lost it. But I'm just gonna read off some numbers for you offensively. Ty Jones, who had an amazing game, ran out of gas in that quarter. He was 1 for 5. Kyle Kuzma was 0 for 2. Jordan Poole 1 for 7. Corey Kispert 0 for 4, and Denny Avdia 0 for 1. Those are the only guys that saw minutes in the fourth quarter. The Wizards shot 7 of 27 in the fourth quarter, 25% from the field. You're not gonna win nothing shooting like that. And some of their shot selections, as usual, were horrible at the wrong time, especially in the early part of the fourth quarter when the Suns were going on their run. Which, if you know anything about basketball, you knew what was coming. Look, Booker didn't have his most efficient night. KD didn't have his, 50, 40, 90 standard either. But you knew it was coming. Those are two guys that know when they got to flip the switch, so to speak, and get going to try to pull out a much needed win. Hey, they 13 and 12 too. They struggling too. So they need every win that's possible. The Wizards, for the most part, played a great game. But I think the game was lost where they took the ball out of Ty Jones' hands. No disrespect, they allowed Jordan Poole to play point guard. I don't know why they keep doing that. Now play off the ball, try to figure it out to get points or make a play. But he's not a point guard. You know what I mean? And the way Ty Jones was playing, he had Daniel Gafford eating. He had the whole team in a rhythm. And the thing I love about Ty Jones and traditional point guards in general who understand how to run a team, the pace isn't just for the offense. It also helps you defensively because you're getting good quality looks. You're controlling the speed of the game. That allows you to get back on defense and have a hope of getting a stop, especially when you're a bad defensive team like the Wizards. It's essential. And then once they got away from that, I feel in the second half, that's when the Suns got the momentum they needed to take the win. Look, they got to play smarter down the stretch, man. And this is not a new thing. This is not something that is just a shocking new thing that just popped up on the scene, man. It's just something that's been going on all season. They've been in plenty of contests. Damn near, I could think of about close to 10 games where they've been in it in the fourth quarter, and then they play themselves out of a win with bad shot selection. They go to the lane, they get fouled. The ref don't call it. They stand back arguing with the ref while the other team is going the other way. My man, the play is over. I mean, in the history of the game, I've never seen a ref, have you arguing, hey, call a timeout, stop the play, be like, you know what, I think you're right. Let me go to the score. It don't work like that. You're wasting time. Now it's 5-on-4. You're already a bad defensive team as is, and they getting easy points, man. They're getting easy points. It's just they got to stop beating themselves, man. They got to stop beating themselves. Every win matters, and they had an opportunity to get this win to begin that West Coast road trip, especially on a back-to-back. This is a tough one. You can't. There's no getting around it, man. I also feel like, man. Look, I know Gafford may not be the first or second or third option, whatnot, but when you got your guy going like that, feed him. It's not. He got it going. Let him eat. Let him rock. He's playing well. He's hitting short jumpers. He's dunking on dudes. He's finishing inside. Man, listen. Give him the rock. Let him rock out, man. He rolling to the basket. I think it was late in the game. And Drew Gooden on the play-by-play called it out. He said they missed Gafford rolling to the basket, wide open, back like twice on the same possession. Like that can't happen, man. My man was 20 dog career night 26 and 17 from Gafford. You got to win this game, dog. You got to win this game, man. He was balling, and he's a big reason why Devin Booker and KD weren't their usual fish self because they couldn't get easy looks inside or whatnot. I know KD got him at the end, but even then, that wasn't his fault. He underneath the basket banging with Nurkic. Who fault was that? Kuz got close out at a better angle, but that's what bad defensive teams do. Game on the line, man. You got close out the angle, like man, you just want to hit this three, dog. You ain't getting in the lane. No, you close out like it's the first quarter. Of course, KD need one dribble, boom. See what I'm saying? So they just beat themselves down the stretch, man. And obviously, as I've said before, when the other team has the two best players on the floor, and you keep giving them chances and you giving them life, they're going to eventually find a way to take you out. And that's Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. They had the two best players on the floor, and if you let them hang around, they're going to pull out a win, especially on their home court. And that's exactly what they did late, man. So the Wizards have nothing to do but to blame themselves, man. And look, man, the two dudes that's supposed to elevate and try to win a game for you, they got to play better. They got to play better. You know, simple as that. And start with the shot selection. Yo, like I always say, man, you know you got it. You know you in rhythm when you scoring the ball. Jordan Boo, no need to shoot down threes, dog, when you 5 for 17, bro. It's just man, you gotta figure it out. You gotta go to plan B because you're not hitting from out there. Same with Kuz. Kuz, why are you 3 of 13, bro? Why are you 3 of 13? That literally makes no sense, man. They literally shot these dudes out to an L, and y'all lost by 4. So it's on you, Wilson, man. I could keep going, man, but there's no need.
It's out my hands already. Ray, it's on you.
Man, I think the most important thing that Cardell pointed out was when the shot selection worsened, their defense started to fall apart. When they were taking good shots and were making the Suns take the ball out instead of getting it off a rebound and off to the races, and they were able to get back and set up on defense, we saw the results. They were firmly in control of this game until they decided they didn't want to be in control no more. You know, and that's the worst part about it is that they just continually shoot themselves in the foot. I was prepared to be proud of them tonight, man. The first half, that was beautiful. I mean, it no complaints at all. That was the best, probably the best defensive half I've seen from them, especially with two guys like KD and Devin Booker on the other side. Like, come on, man. Like that, it don't get no harder than that facing that type of offensive firepower. And they were sound defensively. You know, they held them in check. Cardell brought up their inefficiency for their standards. And that's why the score looked like the way it did. But, the second half, things just kind of got out of hand. They weren't as disciplined offensively or defensively. And and Phoenix found a way to climb themselves back in the game and get the win. Down the stretch in the fourth quarter, they were just throwing up threes like for no reason whatsoever. And at that point, it was the usual. They lost their momentum. Phoenix got going, and the basket opened up for them, and they started hitting shots. And that's all it is. Yeah, this is a tough one. If they were able to start off a West Coast road trip with a win, over a high profile team, like that does wonders for you mentally. And now they going in tomorrow night, late start, and they just dropped one that they could have won. So um, I'm anxious to see how they come out tomorrow night. Um, if they can start with the same intensity that they started with tonight. We know this team is mentally fragile, so it might get ugly quick. And that's just going off the evidence of the past 25 games. So yeah, man, at some point, somebody's gonna have to call it out, man. This team is doing immature things, man. They gotta grow up and they gotta be professionals. Cardell always brings up the tough conversations got to be had. At some point, Tyus Jones got to say to them, "You got to give me the damn ball." Like the game got completely out of hand once he wasn't dictating things anymore. And yeah, that was all she wrote, man. We constantly talk about how this team cannot punch back. They don't have the luxury of having those laws and making those mistakes because once they let go of the reins, they can never regain control. And that's what we saw tonight. It was a huge opportunity for them. They weren't able to capitalize. So yeah, man, it's just same old, same old. At some point, they got to look in the mirror and decide that enough is enough, and start to reverse their own fortunes. But until then, we're just gonna get the same results.
Cardell, you look like you wanted to say something when Ray was talking.
14 or 46 from 3, dog.
Yeah.
Why you? Yeah. There's no need to shoot 46 threes in the game, man. I'm sorry. It's just, and you only make 14 of them, and you lose by 4. Come on, man. We all know what this West Unseld fault.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of things that was just I was disappointed in after. Bro, you know how impressive it was for this team to not give up 50 points in the first half
against these dudes.
Yeah, it was crazy, and like you guys both mentioned, as soon as they kind of took Ty's grip, like they took Ty's hand off the wheel, man, everything went left slowly but surely. And as you both mentioned again, that's a hell of a night from Gaff to end up meaning nothing. That's a hell of a night he had. Nurk is not a little dude. He was down there banging with Nurk all night. They both had 17 boards, but he outscored his matchup by 20. 10 of 13 from the floor, 6 of 7 from the line. And even late in the game, he was still contributing while being missed by his teammates. He was just still hitting offensive glass.
To piggyback off of Gaff, dog, in the fourth quarter, he had 11 points and 8 rebounds. He was closing. He was trying to close the game, dog. Get on the rock, man.
You said he had 11 and 8 in the fourth. And this is while he was being missed. He still gave you 11 and 8.
Like, dog, IQ, hey, get Gaff the ball. He eating. Oh, look, I get it. We ain't seen this from him before, but it's working today. We ain't why complicate it? Give him the rock, dog. Just give him the rock, man. Set him up.
And again, to keep going back to this and I'm sorry, Phoenix was switching everything. They was missing him when he got Grayson Allen on him, Jordan Goodwin on him. Like, they were just switching. You didn't even want to take a peek down there? Just
let's throw up another 3. And another 3.
Like, that's also sometimes some of the reasons he was getting those rebounds on the offensive end. They switching. He got a little on him. He's on the glass, but just they went out their way to make this so much more difficult. And then, Ray, as you mentioned, it was weird watching the team that was leading take the desperation shots. You know what I'm saying? Like it was. I'm sitting there watching it slowly, and I'm like, y'all don't have you're up. And you're getting to the basket. You have them in trouble. They're switching. There are matchups you have that weren't your favorite. And again, hell of a night from Tyus Jones. It was that back-to-back big nights from him. He had triple-double the other night.
The Wizards don't have a backup point guard. They don't have a backup point guard.
Yeah.
They don't. Like when Tyus Jones need a breather, pray. Kuz was all right for a while, but I think the scouting report caught up. We ain't seen it lately. You know what I'm saying? So they don't really have a backup point guard, and that's what he played 39 minutes tonight, so he really can't even rest. So you try to put it in Poole hands, and yeah, dog. You just don't expect this. This is stuff you expect from like a high school team where you clearly had momentum most of the game, and then you find a way to lose it because you just don't know how to play. You young, you know what I'm saying? College, you figure it out, and obviously the coaches got more control, so they gonna call a timeout, get the dudes in there to make sure to stop the bleeding, so we can get the game. If you got the talent more times than not, the league you supposed to know better. Man, you got iPads over there. You got about 15 coaches, man. Come on, man. Like, anybody yelling out, get Tyus back on the ball. Y'all see Gaff kill him. You see him rolling wide open. He dunking on everybody. Get him the ball. Get him the ball, man. Like, why are we complicating this? It's about just getting a W at this point.
That part.
And I just feel like it's dudes on the team, they want to win, but they want to win. They want to be the cause of them winning instead of just doing whatever it takes to win. Just get the W. And we'll figure out the rest later. It's not that hard, man. So until they get that mentality, you go, look, man, 4-21. It is what it is.
And again, talking about a game, and we've been saying the same thing all year in terms of winnable games. This would have been a wonderful way to start the road trip, man.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, they're not gonna be asleep tomorrow night. Like that's what you're walking into tomorrow night. Sacramento's gonna be ready and waiting. And again, I don't think anybody thought they were gonna go 4-0 on the strip. We know what the year's been like, but the winnable ones hurt that much more. When again you came to this game, we know what the record is. I want to keep going there, but yeah, that one hurt. Truly, truly hurt. Player of the game for you guys?
Yeah, I gotta give it to Daniel Gafford, even the losing effort, man. He had the Wizards prime to win this game on the road with much needed win, man. He was dominant. He balled career night all around. He came to play. Respect to him.
Right.
Yeah, man. I was just thinking, like, because nobody on the Suns really stood out to me, So yeah, gotta show Gas some love, man. Like you pointed out, man, he won his matchup by 20 points and nullified Nurk on the boards, which is a weak spot for them. Typically guys like Nurk, who else causes them problems? Valanciunas, those big burly centers that just take up space. Yeah, they destroy the Wizards on the glass. We saw Mark Williams have a 20-20 game this year. So for Gaff to do his part on the glass and give them that offensive punch, yeah, man, I'll give it to him, not even a losing effort.
Yeah, look, I agree wholeheartedly. X Factor tonight.
Wizard shot selection. That was the X Factor.
All right, so I'm gonna give it a tie. Their shot selection late, and I also thought Jordan Goodwin and Drew Eubanks were huge for the Suns in the third quarter, just trying to get some type of continuity off the bench. Nobody had a great bench outing tonight, but that's still secondary to that shot selection, man. That was crazy watching the team hunt shots while leading. Like, yeah, that was just it was just weird to accept. Y'all want to get to the comments? You got anything else to add on to this game? All right, get to the comments right here. Blizzy baby, I feel like every team knows when to hit the gas on the Wizards, and that was one of these games.
I mean, yeah, they 4 in a million. Yep, I'm pretty sure they come. Look, even the Suns were dragging. They just like, they were dragging at first. Like, let's call it what it is. I was just waiting. I know they're gonna wake up. You know what I mean? They was getting booed in the first quarter. That's how bad they was dragging.
Mm-hmm.
Wizards, Tyus Jones especially, was cooking them boys, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why this era hurt so much. Because this ain't, man. Good teams, the way the Suns started out, this is a 25, 30-point L. They jumping on them. Like the good teams, they gonna punish them. They ain't coming back. But see, the Suns would have been more ready for those good teams. They'd have came out with more urgency. That's why I'm like, with the Wizards, man, you gotta get this game. These are the games. But bad teams gonna do what bad teams do. Find a way to lose.
Blizzy baby followed that up with exactly what you just mentioned. Anytime you have Booker and KD on the same team, this is what happens. Like you guys said, it was a matter of time, but you didn't have to help their cause. And that's the part. That's the I promise you, I'll get over it by tomorrow. I'll try. I feel like teams. Okay, that was the same thing. Okay, this was just consolidated the comment. Welcome.
Shout out John Lucas, the legend.
Absolutely.
Blizzy baby again. They showed more pride and competed for the most part. That was closer than I thought it was gonna be. To be honest.
Because the Suns, if you've been paying attention, the Suns haven't been playing well. They going through it. Dudes in and out, injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Beal and since he was in DC, man, they going through it. Booker been banged up. KD missed a couple here and there. Like they going through it, and then they didn't have the most depth to begin with, man, because the trades, man. Getting these nuclear weapons on the team, that's the price you pay. So they still trying to figure it out too. I mean, look, y'all look at the names. They was only 13-12. They 500. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know if people have been paying attention. You can look at the standings now. The West is not the East is the stronger of the conferences. The East is hell right now. You know what I'm saying? The Bucks, between the Bucks, the Celtics, and the Sixers, is real out there. You know what I'm saying? It's real. So the Suns trying to figure things out as well, man. So that's what makes it even more of a situation where like, let's get this game, because you're not gonna be able to get them later in the season when they come, because they're gonna be locked in. They're gonna have the chemistry down. You know, knock on wood, Bill's healthy, ready to go. Look, man, you know, you gotta get these games, man, because you're not gonna get a second chance to get them.
Yeah, as you just said, man, they just trying to tread water so they have some type of continuity in their lineups, as you just said, which is why, for reason 99, games like this hurt. Area 11 said back to your regularly scheduled programming. He said they were throwing them things up from 3. They were. What's up with Denny, bro? Especially in December, terrible.
Man, they good, and once again, from NBA player Hooper picking up on it. His defense done fell off this year. See, that's the one thing in the past. His offense could be up and down, but the defense was there. The defense not even there no more. I hope he didn't get complacent because he got paid. Hope he ain't one of those deals, man. Because he ain't been right since he got the bread. Just calling it like it is, man. But then again, it could also be who's he on the floor with. You know, it could be times where he's open, ready to go, and he should get the ball in rhythm. 3. You know what I mean? Slash the basket open. 3. You know what I mean? He could be frustrated, you know. And we kind of saw that early on with Jordan Poole. It was preseason. Hey man, that was a precursor. That was that was foretelling what was about to come, man.
Let me apologize again because I took the wrong stance on that early, boy.
Yeah.
I looked bad because Poole was cooking that game, but
I did not look below the surface. I didn't get it. I understand it now. That's on me. I would hopefully say that I didn't get it.
I man up and apologize, man. Yeah, my man. I get it.
I don't know who this was referring to. It could be,
You guys, who you talking about, guys?
He talking about Denny still.
Man, he got
it might just be Denny on that where he stood. Just talking about Denny. Appreciate you joining.
James Madison, assistant coach. Hey, see y'all putting that work. See y'all putting that work down there, man. Keep it up. It's dope.
Area 11T. It's a long list tonight, man. Made a whole naughty list of this one. It was rough, man. That's just a rough loss. Like,
what were Poole and Kuz?
No, don't say it out loud because I did the math earlier with Ray, and I don't want to repeat it. So
12 from the field, they were 12 for 39, and from deep 5 for good Lord. 5 for 22 from deep.
And again, you lost by 4.
Look, man, they need to establish the rule my college coach did. You get 3 threes. If you don't make one, you can't shoot it on. You got to get to the cup, dog, or you coming out. It's just like that. You get 3 attempts. You go 0 for 3, the next one better be a layup. Because come on, you ain't got it, dog. Go get an easy shot, a close-hand shot to get in rhythm, get to the free throw line. You see the ball go like, then get back to that. Nah, these dudes like, I'm gonna shoot myself out of this.
And the crazy part, they both have the ability to create space and get downhill. Why? And that's all I kept in my head, just why?
Only one is strong enough to take the contact though. Other one's a little frail. That's why he shies away from it. And then looks for the ref at every little contact. Like my man, that was just a regular. My man just walled up. You just bounced off him. Got hit the weight room.
Hey man, they got Sacramento tomorrow night. Look, it is.
You got to deal with the Aaron.
Y'all see what Keegan did the other night?
Keegan 12 for 13 from 3. Yeah. Sabonis.
That's
Talk about them big boys. Sabonis. Come on, man. Gav, like, dog, I'm tired, dog. God.
so he gets Nurkic and Sabonis back to back. Y'all supposed to get this one. He's supposed to get this one.
You know, the Kings at home watching, like, oh, these dudes thinking they can win. They thinking they good all of a sudden. Okay. Come on out with we coming out with urgency, man. We ain't even gonna play with these boys. And
again, like you said with the West, you got so many folks kind of treading water and kind of under where they feel they should be right now. The missed opportunities are crazy. And again, it's just been a theme all year. Just you can apply it to so many different situations. But to start this road trip, they are 0-1, very winnable game tonight. Y'all have anything else to add? And all I can say is, I guess, make sure you follow Focus TV on social media. We'll let y'all know what Outlook looks like, because these are some late start times this week. It's going to be at some time in the AM. We'll let y'all know. So just follow the Focus TV on Twitter, Instagram, what have you. We will let you guys know when we'll have it. But again, some of these start times, West Coast road trips are always what they are. So we will let you guys know. Y'all have a good one. And the missed opportunities. That's all I got for you.